Okay, so in today's video we have a really weird player, and a complete hard counter and a somewhat hard counter. It's not like a soft counter, but it's like not a hard counter either, because I counter some of his cards, but he definitely counters more of mine. So anyways, here in this first match, this is I don't. If you could get bots past 5k trophies, I think this would be a bot. I would assume for this to be a bot. His first play was to lightning my tower with nothing by it, which he does repeatedly. He just lightnings my tower whenever possible. That anyways, let's just do the commentary. He doesn't have anything for my Dark Prince except for P.E.K.K.A, which he doesn't use at all during the entire game for some reason, even though it could have completely ruined me. I think here he goes in with Lightning on my Bomber, but I go in E-Wiz, so it was kind of worth it this time. But I bet you he would have Lightning even if I hadn't used E-Wiz. So now I'm up 6 elixir. Going with an E-Giant. Because as of right now, all I've seen that he has that can really ruin me is actually pretty much nothing. Here I go in with a Tesla to stop his Ram Rider. He probably should have logged that, but I think I was waiting for something else. I don't really know what. Go Dark Prince left lane to hopefully apply some of that counter lane pressure. I thought I was going to take the tower also without even putting any supporting troops, but I should have put. I think the Dark Prince there was the right move. Here I'm doing the worst EOS positioning of my entire life, pretty much giving him free lightning value, and the bandit gets on my tower. Here I just take his tower with an earthquake. My notifications go off a little bit during this video because I forgot to turn on Do Not Disturb because I have not made a video in like a week, or probably longer. Here I let his Ram Rider go through because it's like a crown rush and I want more crowns. So if I let him take my tower, I can get a 2 crown and get more crowns for the pass. Dark Prince to counter that wizard. Firecracker dies to Tesla. Here I use E-Wiz to counter the Ram Rider and the Firecracker. I go in with E-Giant to end the game, because I know I'm not getting a 3 crown. I log nothing, because I'm a really good player. Alright, on to the next match. Here, this is the hardest counter I've ever had in the entire game. Like not even as a joke. It's like he built the deck just to counter my deck. He had Archer Queen fully maxed. He had Inferno Tower fully maxed. He had P.E.K.K.A fully maxed. And he had Mini P.E.K.K.A fully maxed to counter my E-Giant. It's like he literally he built the deck to counter my deck. On top of the fact that he's a little bit higher level than I am in terms of cards and King Tower. Here I go Dark Prince because I have pretty much nothing else. I think I could have Tesla'd, but maybe that was out of rotation. So here he's up 2,000 damage and 2 elixir. 2.5. Well, 3.5, I think. No, 2.5. It's just a waiting game right now, waiting for him to drop something. He drops the Archer Queen. The only play I normally at this point I would give up if I think if I was any other E-Giant player I would have given up, but I think that you have a chance when you're playing E-Giant unless they have Mortar Tesla or Mortar Mortar like Furnace. If they have double building, then you can't win. It's an impossible matchup. You will lose. Because even with Inferno Tower, I can't break through Inferno Tower because my Earthquake is 3 levels below. So it takes out half its health, and then by the time the E-Giant gets there, the E-Giant gets 1 hit off on the Inferno, which doesn't kill it, and the E-Giant is dead. So I'm down 11. So it's an 11 for 5 trade, even if I use Earthquake and E-Giant on his Inferno. Here I should have placed my E-Giant a little bit higher up, but I think I was afraid of his P.E.K.K.A and Archer Queen. which costed me like 600 tower damage or so. Here I am, go Tesla, and I'm gonna E-Wiz the Archer Queen so that it doesn't obliterate my tower. I was saved a couple times by the Archer Queen speed nerf during its ability this match. Here, that's pretty much my first damage on the right side tower while he's up 2800. Dude, I'm actively getting notifications, bro. Okay. I log his Dart Goblin and the other two troops to hopefully get a little bit of damage in. I use E-Giant because I know it'll stop his Executioner, and I in Tornado, which was a complete misplay. In retrospect, I think I should have just let it all go through and drop a Dark Prince on it or an E-Wiz. Thankfully, that Executioner doesn't get a hit. Right now, he's up, like, he would have been up, like, 6 Elixir if he had played the second he could. He played a P.E.K.K.A. in the back because he was at max Elixir. Here it was actually okay to be at a deficit because now, or not at a deficit, at a lower amount of Elixir because now I can go E-Giant left lane and hopefully get a little bit of tower damage. And you see, even a quarter HP E-Giant will take like pretty much any tower. Just because it's a really good card. But pretty much anything in the game counters E-Giant. Anything with high DPM, or not DPM, DPS. Or no, damage per hit. Here, I let the Archer Queen slip through, and that's GG. But you see, I got one connection on the other side, and I took 1200 damage on his tower. Here, this guy's a somewhat decent counter. He has Prince, Mini P.E.K.K.A, Inferno Dragon. Inferno Dragon, I'm pretty sure everyone knows counters E-Giant if you place it correctly. I think the E-Giant will get like 600, 700 damage or so. But, I mean, it's better. It's like a pretty decent counter considering E-Giant. It's an 8 for 4 trade. I see the Prince, and I already know I'm going to lose the game, but I just, the entire game, I'm pretty much just delaying my inevitable loss, because I just, when they have these, like, cards, I just don't know how to win with E-Giant. E-Giant, you either automatically win or you automatically lose. There's no in-between. Or at least there's very little in-between. Actually, in the beginning, I know I'm like backtracking here, but in the beginning I should have waited to Tornado, because I would have taken a lot less damage. Here I Tornado Mini P.E.K.K.A to King Tower to hopefully do, I don't know, get King Tower. I don't know, I just, every time I see a Mini P.E.K.K.A going towards my base, I Tornado it to King Tower if I can. Unless I already have King Tower, because if I Tornado like a full HP Mini P.E.K.K.A to King Tower, it'll probably do about half my King Tower, which is ridiculous. But I guess it makes sense. It's one of those things you only do when you have a lot of HP on both sides and full HP in the middle. Here, I know that if the Magical Archer connects, I'm dead, and I know if the Prince connects, I'm dead, so I just drop an E-Wiz and it stops everything pretty much. He goes Ram Rider. Tesla pretty much counters it. I go E-Giant. I think part of my problem is that, I mean, E-Giant one trick. I just go the same lane the entire game, even if I know they have counters. Except for that last match with the P.E.K.K.A player. Yeah, I missed the log, which cost me my tower. Last 30 seconds, I know I can't win. You can't get 3,000 damage in 20 seconds with a slow E-Giant. So here, I think I went into the desperation push with like 10 elixir worth of cards, and he just gets plenty of arrows value. I would have just stood there and done nothing, but I mean, I don't like having max elixir even if I know the game is gonna end for some reason. But anyways, goodbye. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe.